Apex Legends Season 24 has been out for about half a season now. We're about 2 weeks away from the mid-season patch. I kind of want to do a video talking about the season, why I think the season is god-awful, and why I think it is almost borderline as worse as Season 23. The main issues with this season, the good, the bad, I'm going to kind of be talking about it all in this video. Going to be more of like a rant slash like discussion video for Apex Legends Season 24 and what they really need to do going forward to kind of improve the game going into Season 25. So, not going to be too much on screen. I'm probably just going to throw some gameplay in the background. There's going to be a lot of gameplay in the background as well of me getting absolutely wrecked as well. So, you guys like me getting shit on by a bunch of random people in pubs because of the new TTK changes and how stupid some of the times I die are. Just keep on watching, or at least watch the gameplay, how stupid some of the deaths I end up getting are for you guys. So I die to some of the stupidest shit, and I die so fast where I can't even react half the time. So apart from that, not going to be too much on screen. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Let me know what you guys think of everything that we do talk about in the video down below. Do you guys like Season 24, the TTK changes, ranked, everything we've gotten up until this point? Let me know in the comments down below. So, I think the main issue with Season 24, at least coming out of Season 23, which was by far the worst season I think we've ever had for Apex Legends. There's going to be people that, like the pro players, for example, oh, this season, the start of the season, the player count is up by 52% or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, of course the player count for Season 24 is going to be better than Season 23 because Season 23 was the worst season of all time. So if you're comparing player numbers to the lowest player numbers in the history of the game, yeah, player numbers are going to be up by 50-something% at the start of the season. Fucking no shit. Yeah, there you go. Keep on misleading people. That's one of the main excuses I've seen with pro players and a lot of the people that are like EA defenders, or I don't know what you even call them. They're in EA's back pocket defending the fucking game this season to all the criticism and all the bad choices they've made. I don't know. That's one thing people are using. If you're going to be comparing the game when it's at the lowest of the low to this season, yeah, of course it's going to have better player numbers. That's just brain dead fucking logic. There you go. Don't let anybody fool you guys with the player numbers. I can tell you that right now. Just because they're better than the worst season ever does not make this season any better. It's still probably the second worst season overall we've had in the entirety of the game's history being a thing. So I think the main issue with the season is just no new content. Where are the new maps? Where are the new legends? Where are the new weapons? There's just nothing. We literally have no new content again for another new season. I think that's just the main issue with the start of Season 24. Where is everything? We were supposed to get a new legend that was supposed to be I don't know, I think it was Artemis is what the code name was, at least from the leaks. It was supposed to be Vantage's mom as a new legend with like a crossbow gun or some shit as her alt and like recon type stuff. Where the fuck is the new legends? It's been forever since we've gotten a new legend already, feels like. Where the fuck are the new weapons? A new map. District is garbage. I don't know about you guys, but I think District is really bad. It's not as bad as Broken Moon, which is by far the worst map ever, but I'd say District's probably the second worst map. And like, especially because I play on Switch, I don't think it's really optimized for the Switch at all. Every time you play on it, it just has really bad FPS drops, and the game's constantly freezing and crashing on that map, it seems. I don't think that map's absolutely fixed for the Switch players at all. I'm glad it's out of rotation for the majority of the season, at least as of now. But I think that map's really bad. Like, where is all the new stuff? There's just no new content. The only thing we're getting is skins. And in the first event of skins we had this season, half of them are fucking recolors. There aren't even any new skins. There's like 5 or 6 new skins, and the rest are fucking recolors. If we're in 2025, y'all, if you're spending $300 for every skin event trying to get the heirloom recolors or the heirloom shards or the prestige skins or whatever the fuck it is for every single skin event, like every month or two, you are one of the dumbest people ever to walk the face of the earth. It is 2025 and you're spending that type of money on a game that EA is producing, and we are getting no content out of the game apart from skins, and it's beginning to be the worst shit ever, especially these last few seasons. Nothing improves, and you keep on feeding them your money. Then you wonder why nothing changes. At least I'm not that stupid. Or you're a millionaire, and if you're a millionaire, please give me some of your money because I could use it way more than EA could. Tell that right now. A lot of stupid people that just buy everything that they put out, no matter what it is. They just spend $300 here every single month on the game. That's what they love. They love getting money. And you wonder why the main things we keep getting are skins and recolors and like heirloom recolors and all this other garbage, and we get nothing else. It's just stuff to buy. They don't improve the game or whatever else. Another thing too with the season, at least at the start of the season, they've nerfed her already and like nerfed some of the legends, but the main two things that are really bad this season, at least at the start, are the assault legends, which they overall nerfed a little bit already. Like the assault legend passives where you crack a shield and you get the reveal, and there's a few other things too that they have. They nerfed some of that already, but the main two things that are absolutely busted at the start of the season, which are still really good, I think Ashe is still by far the best legend in the entire game, are Ashe and Ballistic. There's a few other legends too that are also incredibly good. I think like Lifeline and Newcastle are still brain dead, busted, broken in like the 90% of your games. You could say maybe Newcastle or Gibraltar too, but just he's a little bit more countered if you want to run Mad Maggie and like Crypto, but at the same time I don't see anybody playing both of those legends, so I think he's still really, really good. Like the main one is Ashe. I don't know who, like as somebody that played Ashe, like Ashe is one of my favorite characters in the game. Like I have a really solid amount of time on her, over 1,000 kills on Ashe, and I don't have 1,000 kills on many legends, only like a handful of them. I love Ashe, I really do, but I don't think they need to Giga buff her and give her a dash and all this other shit for this season. They pretty much just took her and like they broke her. Like I'm at the point where I'm just so fucking sick of playing against Ashe. Every time I die to one, I just literally want to close the fucking game. I'm so sick of it. If you are somebody that likes Ashe and you like that and you're somebody that wants them to put the double dash passive on all of the other legends, you're either a brain dead loser that has no brain cells and doesn't think how that would break the game even more, or you're a pro player and that's all you care about. That you can roll the lobby anyways, but it just makes it easier to roll the lobby because you're already really good and you have no life. Either you're a pro player or you're a sweat that plays the game nonstop all day, every day. For your average players, it's bad for the game. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Same with Ballistic. Ballistic is still way overtuned. I think he's really fucking good. Not as broken as Ashe is, but still really, really good. Or the cheaters. I guess cheaters too. I've seen so many cheaters using Ashe. Hey, at least they buffed Ashe so the cheaters can abuse her too. That's one thing. At least the cheaters have a new legend that they can abuse. I've seen so many cheaters. Every single one of them this season that I've seen has been using Ashe. There you go. They love playing her. Wow, is she easy to use and enables them to cheat even more. It makes their job a lot easier. I don't know what the really point is too. Like, what is the point with the Giga buffs to like the legends and like the assault class, like the classes, if they're gonna fucking Giga buff them at the start of the season and then nerf the shit out of them like halfway through the season? It's rumored for the skirmishers to be able to wall run and like double jump and triple jump next season. What, are they gonna have that broken as on release as well for season 25, and then nerf the absolute fucking shit out of that too, like halfway through the season? I really just don't know what the point is. Like, that's the problem. Like, what is the point? Why release something so fucking broken and then nerf it to being into obscurity? Sometimes even worse than what it was. I have no idea. It just ruins the game for everybody. That's all it really does. You don't accomplish anything, which they don't seem to realize. So another major thing I want to talk about, at least for Season 24, is the TTK changes. This is by far probably the worst change I think they've made in the history of the game. They went from having a battle royale to changing the game into a team deathmatch. Apex Legends is no longer a battle royale, y'all. It is a fucking team deathmatch. I have not had a single game, whether it's a ranked or a pubs match, especially pubs games, go to where the last two circles of the game there is more than 4 or 5 teams. I have never had a game of that so far. Every single game, there's usually less than 5 teams in the final 2 circles. It is no longer a battle royale. It is a fucking team deathmatch where you see people and you just fucking run at them and try to kill them as fast as possible. That's all it really is. Who gives a fuck if you're trying to play for the end game? That no longer matters. We're back to the point where you just fucking run at people and you fight all game, and it doesn't really pay to sit and actually try to win the match like you're supposed to. I don't know. I think they just pretty much ruined the game. I don't know why they don't change the name of the game. Why is it still called a battle royale? The game is no longer a battle royale unless they change the TTK changes. The main issue with the TTK changes too, the time to kill should have never been changed as drastically as it was. Buffing all the damage on the weapons, every single weapon in the game, was a huge mistake. If they really wanted to change the TTK, they could have got rid of the red armor, which they did. It's only in like a really rare item with a red helmet now, but they could have got rid of the red armor, and they could have got the helmets and removed them entirely like they did. That's all they really needed if they wanted the game to feel a little bit different. They didn't need to buff the damage on every single fucking weapon in the entire game. To the point where, like, you can barely walk around a corner, and if somebody's standing there, you die in less than a second. You cannot even fucking react. Which I'll probably show in some of the gameplay in the background of this. There's a bunch of times I have recorded, at least if it's in ranked, or I don't know if it's ranked or in some of my games, where I die to like really stupid shit that I would never die to normally in past seasons, because the TTK damage just allows you to pretty much never be able to react on what you're doing. Or you're just sitting and healing the entire game. I don't know about you guys, but like 90% of the game, especially later in the match, you're just sitting there healing half the time. You're spending so much fucking time healing. It's either you're fighting or you're healing nonstop. There's no in between. Whether you're trying to rotate or you're trying to do anything, you're just sitting healing the entire time with how much damage you take from everything. It's just not that fun. That can be changed with like the healing type stuff, though. They can make it so it takes less time to heal. But then again, you're just buffing all the support legends, and you're making them a lot more brain dead that can already heal their team and all that other shit. So, how much more do you want to dumb down the game and ruin the balance of the game? Do you want to actually fix the main problem, or do you just want to keep trying to cope? That's what the balance team really needs to try to do. Overall, I think the TTK changes for your average player ruined this season. I'm like an average player at best. I've been playing less and less every single season, especially for this season and season 23. I think I've played the game the least amount I think I've ever played ever since I've started playing like season 8. And the TTK changes make me not even want to play the game. I'll go on, I'll play two matches, and then I'll get fucking one-tapped across the map, or I'll walk around the corner, and I'll get like fucking one-shotted by a shotgun from like full health, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm done. I'm fucking done. And I wouldn't even be able to react or even fight back. And I'll be sitting in a match, looting up, having an entire kit to die to something really fucking stupid before I'm able to even react and even fight against it. For your average player, that's not fun. The only people that like the TTK changes are the cheaters, because they're already cheating, it just makes it easier to kill people, or the pro players and sweats that play the game nonstop 24/7. So they're another change that's catering to the high tier players and driving away your casuals and average tier players that are the majority, by the way, too. The minority are the pro players, which are like 1% of the player base. The main people that actually are playing the game are average or below skill level, that type of stuff. Or elite or slightly above average, around that type of skill level. You're just driving them type of people away. That's all that really does. Hopefully they change the TTK stuff. There's still a chance to kind of change it for mid-season here in 2 weeks. But overall, the damage has already been done. They've driven away so many players with this already that is either uninstalled or went and played other stuff. If you had to ask me, at least for this season, would I rather play Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2 or whatever we're currently on, or Apex Legends Season 24, and I would choose Fortnite every single time. I think overall Fortnite right now is just way more fun. That's just me, though, I guess. At the same time, we've been giving garbage for like the past, I don't know how many seasons. Ranked still garbage. Ranked sucks ass. I think Ranked is actually even worse if you're a solo queue player. I've been trying to play Ranked here and there, like so far this season, and it seems like it's even worse as a solo queue player, because if you're not playing as a team, you just die so much easier, and that's the main thing there's even less leeway to actually be able to fight now if you're a solo queue player with an uncoordinated team going against like either your duos or trios, which is so stupid. Why you're in a ranked match as a solo queue player and you're being paired against duos and trios, I have no idea. Why is that still a thing? That's a major problem that needs to be changed. Still hasn't changed. Or if you're a solo queue player and you have a team that's going against a team that's just more coordinated than you usually lose even though you're probably better than them because it's usually a 1v3 half the time. Unless you can clutch a 1v3 even like when you're dying like non-stop, like less than a second. And it takes quite a while to heal still when you're trying to fight and everybody's dying so fast. Good luck with that. Unless you're an absolute god, you can 1v3 an entire team, or if they happen to be really bad, good luck. I just think it's even worse as a solo queue player now playing ranked with the TTK changes, because if you're uncoordinated and you have literal robots on your team, you just fucking lose every single game. The only good thing with this is if you really want to and you really want to be boring and not actually play, you can just sit and try to hide the majority of the game, and a lot of your lobbies drop off so quick. So at the very least, you can pretty much do nothing for the first 5 minutes of the game and usually break even on points, just because you usually last the top 10 anyways by doing nothing. Because the game is no longer a battle royale, it's a TDM, so at like 5 minutes into the fucking ranked match, usually half the lobby is already fucking gone. So you usually break even on points, so you don't lose any points anyways. So at least that's one good thing for your solo queue players, but that it's not supposed to be like that. That's a problem. That's not because it's supposed to be like that. That's because the game's no longer a battle royale. And that's another huge issue with the TTK changes, but that's something else people can talk about, or the balance team should be talking about, actually. I don't know, at least for me, I think what they should do is they should just revert rank back to Season 17. At least for me, I think the game peaked at Season 17. Ever since Season 17, the game's been on a sharp decline. Ranked was the best in Season 17. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, no matter how people say, oh, well, anybody could have got to Masters, man. Anybody could have got to Masters. My main thing is if I'm having fun. I don't give a fuck how many people are in Masters. If I'm playing Ranked and I'm forced to sit in a fucking corner for 20 minutes to try to break even on points because my teams are fucking garbage, or the matchmaking sucks, or the game's just fucking garbage for Ranked, and the format sucks, then what's the point? If I'm playing the game and I'm not having fun, then what the fuck is the point, even with Ranked? Ranked in Season 17 was actually fun. It was the only time I played Ranked, and I was genuinely looking forward to play Ranked every single time I got on, because Ranked was actually fun. You could actually fight, you could actually play the fucking game, and you didn't have to really worry about losing points unless you were just really bad, or you played pretty badly at the start of the game. If you wanted to actually play the game, you could, and you got rewarded for it. Wow, and you had fun doing it. I think that could have also been saved too, because they could have just reworked the ranked format. If everybody was in Masters tier, they could have just added more ranks. That's something nobody wants to talk about either with Season 17, but that's for an entirely different video. I doubt they'll ever go back to the Season 17 ranked format. If that was when it was peak, ever since then, it's been on a sharp decline. The main reason why they got rid of that is because the pro players opened their mouths and bitched to complain and got that ruined, just like everything else they seem to ruin over the last 5 or 6 seasons as well, since the dawn of time, it seems. Pro players are another reason why this season just fucking sucks too, because everything that's actually fun for your average to casual players, it just gets fucking, either it's not around long enough for the people to enjoy, or it just gets taken out of the game or changed down the line anyways, because the pro players bitch and complain about it. So they just ruin the game. I don't know why pro play is still a thing. If they want to make a really huge change, they need to get rid of pro play going into 2026. That's my opinion. I think the pro players are bad for the game. All they do is just bitch and complain. They ruin everything. They give off some of the worst takes and the worst opinions ever about the game, and all they do is just fucking ruin everything. That's one of the main things too with the season. They kind of ruined a lot of stuff. They took a lot of feedback from the pro players, and that ruined a lot of the shit. Imagine, it would have actually been worse if they would have took more feedback, because a lot of them actually want Ash to even be more better than she actually was on release. Imagine that. Being a fucking pro player and saying Ash is still even weak on release and that she should have been buffed even more. How fucking stupid do you gotta be? That's the type of pro players that are streaming and playing the game, y'all. Fucking retards. Now, last but not least, I think it was actually today or yesterday. Now, what they're doing is they brought back the relics, the relic weapons, y'all. What they're actually forcing you to do is you can no longer play the normal battle royale. If you're trying to play the game now, y'all, for takeovers and or not for like for just for trios, they're forcing you to play the takeover relic event. So now we have this really bad TTK. Unlike last season, season 23, we had the normal TTK. Now we have this shitty TTK where you already die in less than a second. Now they're forcing people to play with the overpowered broken relic weapons in trios, y'all. Who fucking thought of that? Whose choice was that? Why would anybody want to go on and when they already die in less than a second to the regular weapons we already have and go on and play with the relic weapons and be forced to play relic weapon takeover for trios in the casual playlist and have to go against that shit? The Mastiff probably one-shots everybody, even with like purple shield. You can probably walk up to somebody with the relic Mastiff and just fucking one-tap them. It was already almost one-tapping people with body shots last season with the relic events. With a headshot, I think I actually one-shotted somebody, so imagine playing against that. I don't know about you guys, but unless they get rid of the relic takeover for trios, I'm not going to play the game until that shit's gone. So, I think that's just an awful choice, too. Apart from that, though, let me know what you guys think of everything in the comments down below. What do you guys think of Season 24? Overall, what we really need going into Season 25 is we need more content for the game and actually better balance for the legends and all that type of shit. No more giga buffing the classes for legends. If we go into Season 25 and they giga buff the fuck out of Skirmisher and that's the best legend class in the game with wall running and triple jumps or whatever the fuck they have planned, I'm gonna be really pissed again because they just don't seem to fucking learn. That's the problem. The balance is just so bad at the start of these last few seasons that it just drives people away from playing the game, and then by the time they balance it, it's either nerfed into the ground or it's not nerfed nearly enough and it's still broken. So, I don't know. And they just have no content. They're like, we need a new legend, we need new maps, new weapons, anything. Give us shit that is not skins. Any content that makes the game better that is not skins and actually gets people invested into playing the game. We just don't have any of that, and it's a problem. Or just overhaul rank too, but I doubt they'll do that. That'll make the pro players too mad. They're buddy-buddy with all the pro players. They don't want them being too mad for whatever reason. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Kind of more of a discussion type video. I was going to actually record this video about a week ago, but I got sick and I had no voice for almost a week, so I was not able to record, and it's kind of a little bit late, but hopefully the video still at least does somewhat decent. If you guys missed my tier list for Season 24, I'll link that on screen for you guys right now. I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody. I also do stream over here, usually Friday and Saturday nights, around 9 ADST. Usually on Friday nights, I stream Apex Legends, Overwatch 2, and a bunch of other stuff. And then Saturday nights, I usually stream Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Wi-Fi battles, and a few other things. So if that interests you guys, feel free to drop by, subscribe so you do not miss when I'm live. We get out of here. Peace out, everybody.